Well, two cracking matches in IPL today. Hyderabad and Chennai emerging victorious. We will talk about both of them with our experts. Nikhil Chopra joining me from Delhi and Boria Majumdar joining me from Calcutta. But first up, let's take a look at what really happened in the matches. Hyderabad won their second match in IPL 8 as they beat Kolkata by 16 runs in a rain-affected match. David Warner was at his destructive best as he smashed 91 runs of 55 deliveries. Shikhar Dhawan also played an important knock of 54 runs. After 14 overs, Hyderabad were at 130 for no loss and were cruising to a huge total. But a collapse restricted the total and the host to just 176 for 4. A rain delay resulted in Kolkata being set a target of 118 runs to win in 12 overs. Kolkata could never really keep up with the run rate and lost skipper Gautam Gambhir early on. Robin Uthappa too was dismissed after scoring 34 runs. Andre Russell managed to score some big hits but managed to hit only 19 runs before he was caught at the boundary. Kolkata managed to score 101 runs for the loss of 4 wickets and lost the match by 16 runs. Player of the day for this match definitely has to be David Warner, a smashing innings of 91 runs of just 55 deliveries. He hit 9 boundaries and 4 sixes at a strike rate of 165.5. Our over of the match goes to brilliant performances there by the bowlers, but obviously it is the over by Ravi Bopara which resulted in the wicket of Andre Russell, and definitely had Russell continued, maybe the result of the match could have been different. Nikhil, what do you have to say? Had rain not interrupted the match, had Kolkata got to play those 20 overs, would it have been a more closer match? Would Kolkata could have probably won it as well?
Well, not win it, it would have been a much more competitive game, of course. You know, I'm sure the Knight Riders would have backed themselves getting close to their target, full whack of 20 overs. They enjoy chasing and they've got strategies in place. 12 overs, 118 or to get, Radhika, it gets a little difficult because right from the word go, you're throwing the bat at everything. And the Knight Riders had the opportunities. Robin Uthappa was dropped early in the innings as well as Gautam Gambhir. At the end of the day, you need to capitalize on those chances. They had the chances, they let it slip away. Then Andre Russell was looking good. But I guess the last 3 overs, 36 to get, fantastic bowling by Bhuvneshwar Kumar as well as Praveen Kumar. You know, we talk about the IPL, the professionalism. At the end of the day, how good are those Yorkers when you can get them spot on?
Boria, are you impressed by the bowling of Hyderabad? Obviously, we did say that Ravi Bopara taking that wicket of Andre Russell turned crucial because the way Russell was going, they could have probably won. But like Nikhil also mentioned, Bhuvi did a brilliant job. Praveen Kumar, you were impressed by the way Hyderabad bowled?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, till the 9th over, very much Kolkata was in the game. When Andre Russell was going, I think he got 19 of 10. And the way he was sort of hitting sixes, they were very, very much there. And Bhuvneshwar Kumar, people talk about Bhuvneshwar Kumar not being a good bowler at the death. Today he was exceptional. He was bowling beautifully outside the off. He was bowling those Yorkers. And then Praveen Kumar. Both are very similar. Both are very similar, comes, swings the ball. And it was great to see. And every time Praveen Kumar bowled a slower ball and the batsman missed and he was trying to ask the wicketkeeper to throw the ball back at him and do it quickly. It was very impressive. And if you see David Warner's body language, every dot ball was being cheered. It was a good team effort, Radhika. They needed that win. They were at 1 win from 4 games. Now they've made it competitive again, winning this one. A very, very good bowling performance from them.
Obviously, there was another match, Boria, and we will talk about that now. Bangalore obviously could not register a win. Chennai registering a win in their game against Bangalore. That was the second offering of IPL. Bangalore's poor run in the 8th edition of the IPL doesn't seem to end anytime soon. Virat Kohli's men lost their 3rd game of the tournament to Chennai by 27 runs. After put into bat, Chennai didn't have the best of starts as Brendan McCullum was dismissed for just 4 runs. Suresh Raina then joined forces with Dwayne Smith and the duo took the attack to the opposition. Raina slammed a 32 ball 62 while Smith scored 39 runs. Chennai were headed to a 200-plus total at one point of time, but Bangalore spinners put a brake on their scoring, and Chennai could only manage 181 for 6 in 20 overs. Bangalore never looked to be able to chase down the target and lost wickets at regular intervals. Virat Kohli fought the lone battle with a 40-ball 50, but Ashish Nehra proved too good for the hosts as he finished with an impressive spell of 4 for 10. Bangalore eventually losing the match by 27 runs. Our player of the day obviously has to be Ashish Nehra. His spell of 4 overs, resulting in 4 wickets for just 10 runs. That actually happens to be the best figures of IPL 8 till now. A very impressive spell by Ashish Nehra out there. It is once again Ashish Nehra who bowled our over of this match. It was the 17th over of the match, where he actually gave away just 1 run and ended up taking 2 wickets. Brilliant over out there by Ashish Nehra. Nikhil, Ashish Nehra clearly making a strong case of a comeback to the national side, at least in T20. The way he bowled today, 10 runs, 4 wickets, a brilliant spell out there.
Phenomenal, you know, and he's one of the leading wicket takers of the tournament. 10, you know, he hasn't gone for too many. The economy rate is phenomenal. He's bowling at the most difficult times, you know, in the initial power plays and then the death overs. The good thing is, Radhika, the difference has been with that new ball, he's been able to swing it at close to about 137 kilometers an hour. If you can swing it, that's why he's been picking up wickets with the new ball. And the Yorkers have been spot on, the slower ones. Whatever the strategy has been of the team, you know, with Mahendra Singh Dhoni, 4 particular players, he's been able to execute it. And that's what you want as a captain in a bowler. You know, he's very, becoming reliable for Mahendra Singh Dhoni and his go-to man. Each time they need a wicket, I guess Mahendra Singh Dhoni just throws the ball to Ashish Nehra and he picks up a wicket.
He's delivered really well, Boria. But before the match started, all talk was about Mitchell Starc. He did bowl a good spell, but he came in place of Chris Gayle. So obviously Bangalore making some changes out there. We did speak about Gayle not firing also. Were you happy with that change, or would you have wanted Starc to come in place of somebody else?
You know, it's funny that Glenn Maxwell and Chris Gayle are sitting out. I mean, before the IPL, if anybody came and told the 3 of us that these 2 players will be sitting out, you know, we would have laughed at them. But that is cricket, isn't it? I mean, but it's not going to work very well for Bangalore. I mean, Riley Rousseau is not looking the part that he looked in the World Cup. Even today, a couple of good hits, but then getting out. I mean, that straight ball from Ashish Nehra. And that first catch that Faf du Plessis took was unbelievably good. So that's how Manvinder Bisla and Riley Rousseau as an opening pair. Are you convinced about it, Nikhil? I am not. I mean, something's going wrong with this Bangalore team. What is it? We really don't know. With such talent, Riley Rousseau, Chris Gayle, A.B. de Villiers, Virat Kohli, Mitchell Starc, something's not firing. They've got to get their act together. But Nikhil, again, I mean, I know we're talking Bangalore and Chennai won, but did you see what happened to Mahendra Singh Dhoni? 13 of 12 or 12 of 13. Is he the same Mahendra Singh Dhoni even at batting at number 4?
But the good thing is, at least Boria, he's coming to bat at number 4. So I'm happy about that. He's going to come good. Thankfully, you know, the openers had a decent enough start and he pushed himself batting at number 4. I hope, you know, he can continue in doing that. But, you know, getting back to that Bangalore point, Boria, I just felt that watching Virat bat, I just feel under the burdency of the captaincy, I'm losing Virat, the exceptional talented player. He's leaving it too late. You know, the burden of not winning, is there too much pressure from the franchisee? Dropping of Chris Gayle, well, maybe it's a discipline issue, a niggling injury, I don't know. They probably want the best of Chris Gayle, so that's why they've given him a break. But I just, even with a chase, I feel Virat's leaving it a little too late. That brilliance, where he's looking to play some of those riskier shots or going after the bowling, he's leaving it a tad bit too late.
So Nikhil, yeah, Virat Kohli probably left it
Radhika,
a little late, and that is why...
Can I come in there?
Yes, Boria.
You know, I'm wondering, I mean, and Nikhil makes a very important point there, that last year with the Mumbai Indians, what they did was, they sort of, Ricky Ponting dropped himself year before last and handed it to Rohit Sharma. And that's how Rohit Sharma flowered as a captain. You've got A.B. de Villiers in that team. Should Virat Kohli do that? We need Virat Kohli, the player, to come and fire for Royal Challengers of Bangalore. Should he just say, okay, fine, next 4 matches I am not captain, A.B. de Villiers takes the reins of the side, I need to go and bat there. Is that a better decision?
You know, I don't know whether that decision is going to be taken or not, but you're absolutely spot on. For me, any player in the side has got to be holding his own, looking to go out there, bat positively, not holding you know, himself back. It's a 20-over game. At the end of the day, you know, you go after the bowling. If you lose a wicket, so be it. That's why you've got other batsmen in the side. But, you know, the asking run rate from 8, if you take it to 12 to 14, and then you look to go out there and put pressure on the bowlers, you're not going to pull it off. At the end of the day, you've got to make life easier for the next man walking in, not making it more difficult for the next man walking in. When AB de Villiers walked in, the asking run rate was about close to 12 and over.
We'll have to see, Nikhil, if actually Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers can turn it around for Bangalore. Because with this loss and this victory for Chennai, let's take a look at what really the points table looks like. Because remember, Hyderabad earlier on in the day registered a victory and then it was Chennai. So Chennai have moved into the second place with that win. They've won 4 matches of the 5 that they've played. Bangalore still languish right at the bottom of the table. They've just been able to register 1 win. So obviously Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers probably need to switch places, and we'll have to see if that changes the fortunes of Bangalore going on from there. Obviously great matches out there. Chennai registering a win and so did Hyderabad. That is all that we have in this edition. Thank you so much, Nikhil. Thank you so much, Boria. But IPL action continues. Thanks for watching.